Hi, folks. Yeah, she's looking like she wants to be anywhere else. She was giving that slithery eye look gone. Are we done yet? No, because we haven't started yet. Pretty good day here. Miss Katie had breakfast with a girlfriend. Puppies were good. We have a new... What do we have outside, miss? A new what?
Fence.
We have a new fence.
Doesn't seem so new anymore. We've had it a couple of days.
We've had it since Sunday, folks. So don't listen to her. But it was much work. We only broke one water pipe doing it.
And Michael.
Yeah,
you did not break it.
I did not break it, but it's an irrigation pipe, and so I'm gonna have to fix an irrigation pipe in my lawn. Okay, this game is Assault on the 105th. It's the Screaming Eagles, Easy Company. Dick Winters is a young lieutenant. Assault on an artillery position, and there's something that goes on in this. You have the German MG-42 machine gun, and you see tracer rounds. And how do I feel about movies that have tracer rounds?
I think you like them.
I get twitchy.
Or you get twitchy.
I get twitchy because I remember seeing tracer rounds, and you're counting... Well, do they do 10 rounds? Do they do 5 rounds? Or do they do like I would do with machine guns and change the numbers out of rounds so you never knew what was what? Yeah, I was that kind of guy. But this is a new game. Same folks who did the, Tetrarcha or something like that. But new designer. We're kind of interested. It's a dark cover though. Take a look at that, Kate. Look how dark the cover is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not the most appealing, perhaps.
No.
Hard to make out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the figures are a little on the cartoonish side, perhaps.
I don't like it.
Yeah, so you heard it, folks. Miss Katie doesn't like it. But I think it's going to be an interesting game, but I hope they reconsider, if they do a second edition, relaunch the box art, because what's interesting is this attack took place at 0830 hours in the daylight on a clear sunny day. Take a look at the cover again, miss. Does it look like anything like that?
No.
No.
Not at all.
So, but it was sent to us. We're happy to have received it, and so we will proceed from there. Miss Katie will go sit and look at cat or recipes or fun videos, and I will do, well...
This should be pink, and it needs some unicorns.
Okay, folks, we're done with this video. We started talking about unicorns, so obviously someone is in need of her cup of tea. But as always, we thank her for her help, because she's most kind to help us with this.
Cute.
And she's cute. All right, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks. Continuation new game, Assault on the 105s. Band of Brothers, probably, I think every one of us would say, is replete with a number of remarkable scenes, many of which center around Dick Winters and Ronald Spears. It centers around Easy Company at 101st Airborne. There are a number of scenes which really stand out, but the one that gets taught at the infantry school at Fort Benning, now Fort Moore, is Assault of the 105s. And it may be taught at West Point, but West Point, with its curriculum issues and others right now, I wouldn't be certain. But at Brecourt Manor, a battery of 105s was still firing on Utah Beach, and they had to be taken out. So, here we are. Assault on the 105s. New game. It is by Hans Gem. And the back, let me put it around the other way. And let's turn it around so that you can actually see it, that it's, I'll see my thumb, 30 to 60 minutes. One player. It is truly a solitaire game. Dark on the back, but the white goes ahead and makes it look Well, and I like the way that here, the way they lined that all up. So that all works. And what they also added was this really spiffy little bag with 2 dice in it. So now let's talk about some of the things. It is, this in of itself should make for an interesting game. Not a war-winning effort, just a single solitary battle. Here we have some of the 30 cards. You have the event cards. There are 30 of them. There are 3 different stages. You break them down to 4 pieces. I like this one because I hate machine guns coming at me. I still get iffy at the sound of machine guns and of seeing tracer rounds. No. But let's back up here for a second. The game only has 63 counters, no mounted map board, only 30 cards, and a laminated player card not on hard stock. So for $45, are you getting ripped off? Let's talk about it. Not really certain that you are, but let's walk through it here. Let's go to the rule book. Let me tell you, the rule book I got was completely pooched. It had in the middle at this point, get to page 15, 16, and there was no page 15, 16 in my rule book that they had inserted double of some pages. Wow, thinking, what the heck? What do? They could have easily sent me a PDF. Could have sent me the PDF, did not send me a PDF, sent me another file from Germany. Talk about being impressed. I was. Now, last night I fussed that I didn't think the rules were well laid out. Well, I was wrong. And it's because I was probably tired at bedtime. I found the rules when I looked at them today sitting outside with our older dogs to be very well set forth in terms of examples. I couldn't complain about that at all. The cards, as you noticed, good quality and easy to read. The counters, well, they're more than serviceable, and when you look at them with lots of light, they look better. When I was looking at them today and it was overcast in my study, I was less thrilled with them. But surprisingly, I found the back of the counters a little easier to read. Not certain why that's the case. That's an unusual sort of thing. Not really a fan of the font though, but they're clean and easy to read, but again, not a fan of the font. Now let's walk over to the map. Okay, the map here, and we're going to tilt it up a little because in our room we got the light. Here's the map from left to right. And it's brighter than you think, again, with light, because I was fussing about it to myself and I was fussing to Miss Katie about it. And when I came into the room and looked at it with the light, said, well, it works. And of course, it is a German artillery battery position with its normal trenches, and often as they set out a machine gun at the back for security. Here you have the hedge, the 2 on the tree from there, and behind the hedge. All well set up. The only thing I do not like is when you look at their can shoot it all adjacent, even in light, it's hard to see. But what's nice too, you got the charts right here. The charts are easy to read. Okay. And there are only 7 game turns. I stand corrected. The one thing I think that they didn't quite get right here was with the card. The cards needed a little bit more broken out in the rules. In fact, broken out in the rules, I couldn't find them in the rules. So they needed a little bit more love that way. Not certain why they didn't do that, but and it gives no graphic examples of its value in there. So you'll need to study it some to make it work. But it's worth your time because, imagine, if VUCA Games had done this, it would really rock. The rule book, well, I'm going to come back to that again. I would consider that a new Smitty term. It's a stream of consciousness, an organized stream of consciousness. I'm not certain what I'd have done, but something maybe a little bit easier to get your teeth into. And let me show you something that caught me by surprise with it. Okay, and here's the old damned if you do and damned if you don't. My God, look at this table of contents. Oh my God, when I looked at this last night, and of course I was tired, I went, oh my God, for God's sakes. Okay, it's near intimidating to look at this table of contents. And yet, I fussed over the recent game, Closed the Atlantics, because it had a table of contents, but it wasn't broken out like this. And being as I've done this for games myself that I've developed, or that just because I like the game, man, I'm just going to close up my pie hole, stop fussing, and give an attaboy to the designer for doing that. So for $45, what do you think, folks? I think that this is a strong entry. The early edition, as we noted, they screwed up the rules, did TLC to me. Man, I can't complain. Now, and as I noted again, we're in a lot of noting tonight. For the record, I hate tracer runs. Seen them in real life at least twice, and man, you get a cold sweat waiting for death to reach out and touch you. Now let's talk about some books here for the game. I have no tactical books on this battle. So, normally, I'm not a fan of Satano's The Wehrmacht's Last Stand, only because I have the German histories of this period of the war. It's still a very good volume. Now, why am I going to go then next to Exit Rommel? Because this is the best book on Rommel fighting his way back from North Africa, from Egypt. And the only reason I know about this book is because I read a footnote in one of Satano's other books. Okay. A friend of mine, and I reviewed this for Armor Magazine. Look at all those kills on that. Defending Fortress Europe by Mark J. Reardon. It's a strong book to pick up. It's a good book, and it's the war diary of the German 7th Army. Again, from the German perspective. And then another one that Armor Magazine had me read, and that I wrote a review for, Countdown to D-Day. Another strong book. It's a good perspective book. I found it far better than some of the reviews on Amazon because, well, a lot of those people they have different axes to grind. So there you have it, folks. New video. Fuzz is still doing good. Everything is good that way. And as always, we thank you, folks. Have a blessed one.